Yo YouTube, what's up? I'm Tim, and this is a Cash Kelly and AC Sports Report. So we are up to week 4 now in the NFL season. My record has been pretty good so far. Week 1 I was only 7-9, but week 2 I had a strong performance at 12-4. Week 3 I was 10-6, and these picks are good stuff. You better start radio that say, "Oh, I got 23 blowout winners." Now you're getting the good stuff from me. Game 1, San Francisco at Atlanta. Give me Atlanta in this one. They're at home. Matt Ryan should carve up a 49ers team that just seems defeated right now. And I mean, really, how much longer can Alex Smith be a starter for the 49ers? I mean, you would think after how many years he's pretty much a bust. I mean, I guess there have been worse busts, but he has not been what they thought he was going to be when they used the number 1 pick on him. I mean, honestly, move on after a while. They need to go in some other direction, but I just don't know if if they even have a direction on that team right now that is even respectful. Game 2, Jets at Buffalo. The Jets are going to be missing Darrelle Revis again, but, I mean, the Jets should still easily handle Buffalo. This should be a game where Mark Sanchez really has a good game. We've seen glimpses of it this year, and I like him to have another good game here, and they should win this pretty much like 17 or 20-0. Next game we got Detroit at Green Bay. I mean, Green Bay plays way better home. Aaron Rodgers so far this year, with the exception of that first game, has really looked pretty solid. I mean, Detroit has not been that bad, and I think that's going to get overblown a little bit. Once they go to 0-4, people are going to be asking, oh, they're going to go 0-16. No, they're not. But, I mean, honestly, Detroit has lost a lot of close games so far, and there is hope there. And they lost a lot of close games so far. One of them without Matt Stafford. 2 of them without Matt Stafford. So there is some talent on that team. Next game, Cincinnati at Cleveland. The Battle of Ohio. This is going to be a good game, but I don't think it's going to be a great game. Give me Cincinnati in this one. This should be the game where their offense wakes up. It really should. It should be the game where Carson Palmer throws for 2 or 3 touchdowns, and the Bengals win 28-14 or something. It's not going to be a complete blowout, but it shouldn't be that close either. Next game, Carolina at New Orleans. I mean, look at it. Carolina's just been a mess this year, and I know Drew Brees has some knee thing going on right now, but really, Drew Brees should still be able to stand back in the pocket and carve up the Panthers. The Panthers have been just a bad team so far, and I think they're going to drop to 0-4 again. Jimmy Clausen didn't look remarkably impressive last week either, so I think the issue is deeper than it's a problem with who's playing quarterback. It's a problem with how they're running that offense. And I think they need to go in a different direction than John Fox's coach. That's just my opinion. Next game, we're talking Baltimore at Pittsburgh. That should really be a game that's close. Now, there's some questions with how healthy Ray Rice will be, but I think this is the first time that Steelers defense is facing an offense that has some talent this year. And then, if the Steelers had Ben Roethlisberger in this game, I'd probably take them. But I just think the Baltimore D and Pittsburgh D are stacked, so they kind of get rid of each other. But the Baltimore D is just better right now. That's no knock on Charlie Batch, who looked pretty good last week, but it's a knock saying that Joe Flacco's still the better quarterback, and Ray Rice should be able to do some stuff enough to win. This could be a defensive struggle, though, and it wouldn't surprise me at all. Next game, Denver at Tennessee. Now, that's a strange game, too, because I don't like what Tennessee has done, with the exception of last week, who I said they were going to come back and win, but also I don't like that Denver's whole team appears to be injured. That being said, though, Kyle Orton has been pretty solid so far. I mean, last week he threw for 476 yards. He's going to get some of those into the end zone. And I really think the Broncos should be able to do enough to win this game. Vince Young isn't consistent. I think that's really been my problem with him. I don't think Vince Young's a terrible quarterback, but I don't think he's elite either. And I don't trust Vince Young. Whenever I think Vince Young's going to do good, he doesn't. So I don't bet him. And it still amazes me how he ever got on Madden. But hey, that's just me. Next game, Seattle at St. Louis, the final 1 o'clock game. St. Louis is going to probably miss Steven Jackson in this game. So I just don't see how you can pick them. Sam Bradford's been good so far, but he's not going to win without Steven Jackson, and I think they just need to realize that. Give me Seattle, even though they don't have much either. I think they have a bit more. Two bad teams, though, and for the most part. Indy at Jacksonville, the first 4:05 game. I mean, look at the title. Indy is going to win this game, and I don't think there's any questions about that. If you have any questions about that, you might want to see a psychiatrist or something, because Michael Vick carved up this team last week, 28-3. Peyton Manning should be able to do 42-3. Simple as that. Houston at Oakland. Now, Houston, Andre Johnson's questionable, but John Clayton said he's going to play, so I'm going to go with that. It's still Oakland. I mean, Houston's a better team than Oakland, even without Andre Johnson. Matt Schaub should absolutely have a field day with this team. They should win easily. But Bruce Gradkowski, I like how he plays the position of quarterback. I'll give the Raiders that. The McNabb Bowl, Washington at Philly. I think there's going to be a game where Michael Vick comes back down to earth, and I think this is going to be. I'm not saying he couldn't throw 2 touchdowns, but he's not going to do the way he has the last few weeks. That being said, though, I think Donovan McNabb will win this game. I think you can send him out there, and he is mad at the Philly fans. He's mad that he lost to the Rams, and he is just mad in general. It was like a slap in the face, I think, to him to be traded within the division. And, just this quick question of should they boo him, should they cheer him. If you don't like the guy, just don't do anything. But he doesn't deserve to be booed. He gave you a good 11 years. He didn't win a Super Bowl, and that's the part that lost me. But I wouldn't boo the guy. He's probably the best quarterback in franchise history. Don't boo him. I mean, he is what he is. He's a good quarterback who is underrated by Philly fans for the most part and overrated by the national media. Give me Washington in this one. I think they pull this one out. Arizona at San Diego, easy enough game. I think Arizona is really poor, even though they're 2-1. They've had a terrible schedule. They're going to start going downhill now. Phillip Rivers should have a good game. Chicago at the Giants. Jay Cutler's absolutely carving it up right now. And if you watched the Titans and Giants last week, the Giants did not look too pretty. Give me Chicago in this one. I like Jay Cutler to continue what he's done so far. He's looked pretty good. I mean, the Bears have a chance to do big things. Although I'm not sure they're not one of those teams that starts out 4-0 and then goes backwards. We'll see. They could start off 4-0 and go 12-4. They could start off 4-0 and go 9-7. It's going to be a tough call. Monday night game, New England at Miami. New England is good in health, I think. So is Miami. So this is an even game. But give me New England. Miami played Sunday night last week. It's hard to win on 2 primetime games 2 weeks in a row. And really, Tom Brady, I'll take him over Chad Henne any day still. I like Chad Henne, but I'll still take him. Give me New England in this game. A few teams have byes. Dallas, Kansas City, Minnesota, and Tampa Bay. Which team will that bye hurt the most? I certainly think you got to go with Kansas City. They're 3-0. They're on a roll. I think they might come down to earth after that. I still think they're a 9-7 team, but I don't think they're going to win that division. That being said, though, they're headed in the right direction. They really are. And there's a lot of good games this weekend. I said I'm 29. Hopefully I can go 14-2, 13-3 this week. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. We'll see. I'm Tim. This is Cash Kelly and AC Sports Report. On Sunday we are going to preview, or starting on Sunday, we're going to make all the videos on Sunday. We're going to preview all the MLB playoff series. Every single one of them. So you're going to want to check that out. I would do it earlier, but that's the day. AC's coming over. Hopefully KJ's coming over to do these videos, and we'll get you in-depth previews. We got a few guests scheduled to be on. Crest the Baseball Guru might be on from Number One's Productions, and Reds Fan Coop from Reds Fan Coop 1 will be on. So find me on Twitter, Cash Kelly and AC, Facebook, Cash Kelly and AC Sports Report. Email me, cashkellyandAC@gmail.com. Check out my website, CalStarBreakingNews.webs.com. I'm Tim. I'll catch you guys later.